Hi, loving children. Welcome to our English class. I am S.V.S. Murthy, School Assistant English. Look at the screen. Have you ever experienced with these games? Now you can guess which childhood photographies are these. Exactly, Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli. Dear children, elders usually keep telling some experiences of their childhood to the youngers. I do the same, so does your father. Now we are going to discuss some childhood experience of a feminine personality. Are you eager to know the name of the person? Before knowing that, let us watch overview of the lesson.
Overview of the lesson, My Childhood. Under this, we have 4 components. Before you read, intro about the author. Reading text, My Childhood, from paragraphs 1 to 7 is taken. Think about the text. It is also called reading comprehension, or check your understanding, or know your understanding. The last one is think about the language. It means vocabulary. Please have look at the aims and objects of the lesson, My Childhood. After listening the lesson, you will be able to recollect your childhood memories, explain some effects of the World War II, instill the values of generosity, kindness, humanity, and communal harmony among you, and identify the formation of adjectives by adding prefixes like an, in, il, im, ir. Dear children, could we start our introductory activity before we read activity? Hi students, look at the pictures of the following scientists. Can you name them? Yes, superb, wonderful, excellent, keep it up. Now, my question is, who is the above, not only scientist, but also statesman? Well done, wonderful. The eminent person is none other than Sri APJ Abdul Kalam, whose childhood we wish to know. Our present lesson is My Childhood. APJ Abdul Kalam was the 11th President of India and great scientist too. In this lesson, he talks about his upbringing, his parents and siblings. He tells all these things that influenced his childhood. The autobiographical account of Kalam's childhood embodies the theme of harmony and prejudice, tradition and change. Have a look on the glimpse of APJ Abdul Kalam's biography. I think you might notice by the video how Kalam has been developed from a paper boy to the President of India. Shall we listen Kalam's childhood experiences in his words. Dear children, let me tell you first the origin of the lesson, my childhood. The present lesson, my childhood, is a part of Behave textbook in English for class 9th. My childhood is extracted from Kalam's autobiography, Wings of Fire. Model reading by the teacher. Now, I read the paragraph, all of you listen carefully. Later, we can discuss the summary in the form of bullet points. I was born in a middle class Tamil family in the island of Rameswaram in the erstwhile Madras state. My father, Jainulabdin, had neither much formal education nor much wealth. Despite these disadvantages, he possessed a great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. He had an ideal helpmate in my mother Ashima. I don't recall exact the number of people she fed every day, but I'm quite certain that far more outsiders ate with us than all the members of our own family put together. Let me explain the paragraph in the form of bullet points. You can follow the remaining text in the same way. I was born in the middle class Muslim Tamil family in the island town of Rameswaram in the erstwhile Madras. I inherited and self-discipline from my father, faith in goodness and deep kindness from my mother. Here, the new words erstwhile, which means farmer. The another word inherited, that means inborn, are introduced from the text. My mother, Ashima, was an ideal helpmate to my father. She fed many people every day. We lived in an ancestral Paka house on the Mosque Street, Rameswaram. Here the new word ancestral means old. The meanings are explained through usage. Erstwhile means farmer. Example, most of people depend on agriculture, erstwhile Andhra Pradesh. Second one, inherit means inborn. Everyone has some inherited traits. Ancestral means inherited from the ancestors. Ancestral constructions are stronger than the present. I was greatly influenced in my childhood by my parents, my teachers, and my friends. My father is Jainulabdin, was not highly educated but possessed innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. He was not rich, but he provided a security charge to me. Though his father not much educated, not much wealthier, he had good knowledge and enough kindness children. I was a short boy with rather undistinguished looks. My elder father avoided inessential comforts and luxuries. Here the root words are distinguished and essential. Distinguished means differentiate and essential means necessary. Now, un and in are the prefixes for the words. Like we adding prefixes, we get so many antonyms to the roots. For better understanding the text, here some words are presented on the screen. Have a look at them. Possessed, had. Ravi possessed some creative knowledge, innate wisdom, intelligent by birth. Some children are blessed with innate wisdom, generosity of spirit, attitude of kindness. Mother Teresa is a symbol of generosity of spirit. Distinguish, differentiate. I can distinguish customs of both Telugu states. Essential, necessary, food, water, and air are essential for life. Austere, simple and strict. The librarian maintains austere rules in the library. Shall we move to next? Move to check how far have we learned. The first question, which is the correct prefix for the word essential? In, ir, im, dis. These are the prefixes. Please think over. Well done. Your answer is correct. It is in, which means in essential. Now try another question. Identify the incorrect statement from the given below. Kalam's family lived in a Paka house. Kalam was a short boy with undistinguished looks. Kalam's father had an ideal helpmate in his mother. Kalam's father provided them all comforts and luxuries. Think. Okay, well done. Your answers are extremely correct. It is option D. Shall we resume our journey? A sudden demand for the tamarind seeds erupted in the market when the Second World War broke out. I used to sell the seeds for the princely sum of anna to a provision shop. Anna is a type of currency that was in use. 16 annas are equal to 1 rupees. Here, tamarind seeds are used as a sizing agent for textiles like jute and cotton. Here is also, we have to know the meanings. Erupted means appeared. The another word, broke out, means started suddenly. My brother-in-law, Jalaluddin, will tell me stories about the war which I would later attempt to trace in the headlines of Dinamani. Even though our area being isolated and unaffected, the war, the first casualty came in the form of suspension of the trains at some stations. As stoppage trains in remote places was not safe option during the wartime, the train was not stopped at the Ramesar station. So here the meanings are: trace means a fine, isolated means a separated, casualty means loss. I earned my first wages by working as a helping hand to my cousin Samsidin, who distributed the Dinamani newspaper in Ramesar town due to suspension of the train halt at the Ramesar station. I can still feel the surge of pride, my own money for first time. Dear children, Kalam had to collect the thrown newspaper along with Samsidin, so Samsidin offered Kalam the first earnings. Please look at the meanings. Here, a helping hand, which means assistance, and surge, which means uprising. Shall we discuss the meanings in context? Erupt, which means appear. When we walk heavily under erupted. Break out, started suddenly. The fire accident broke out last night. Trace. Fine. Meanings are traced out in the dictionary. Isolated. Separated. Islands are isolated from major landforms. Casualty, loss. War brings many casualties with it. A helping hand, assistance. I am a helping hand to my parents. Surge, uprising. There is a surge of mobile phones after 2020. Let's move on to the questions. The first question is, who helped young Kalam earn his first wages? Option 1, Jainul Abdin. 2, Samsuddin. 3, Jalaluddin. 4, Dinamani. Think please. Yes, exactly. You're right. It is Samsuddin. Let's move to the next question. Yes, exactly. You're right. It is Samsuddin. Let's move to the next question. The second question is, Kalam would trace in the headlines in dot 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 dot. Please complete the blank. Option 1, Wings of Fire. Option 2, Dinamani. 3, The Hindu Daily. 4, The Times of India. Please think. Exactly. You hit the right board. It is Dinamani. The story is going on. I had 3 high caste Brahmin friends in my childhood: Ramanand Sastri, Aravindan, and Shiva Prakashan. Ramanand Sastri became the head priest of Rameswar temple after his father. Aravindan, he is the manager to the transport business for the pilgrims. Shiva Prakashan is the catering contractor in Southern Railway. My family used to arrange boats to carry idols of the lodge to the place Ramtirtha, situated in the middle of the pond, during the annual Sri Sitaram Kalyanam. My mother and grandmother would tell the best stories of the Ramayana and Prophet. Most of the values are embedded our ancient religious texts like the Bible and the Gita. Dear children, you watch the video for better understanding for the following reading text. Have you watched the video? How the new teacher was very bad. Now, you see, once when I was studying 5th class, a new teacher could not stomach a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. So he asked me to go and sit on the back bench in accordance with our social ranking. I felt sad. So did Ramanand Sastri. I found Ramanand Sastri looking utterly downcast as I went to the last show. Please look at the meanings. could not stomach, which means tolerate. In accordance with, in a particular rule, and downcast, sad. Let's watch another small conversation between Lakshman Sastri and the new teacher. Dear children, you might have watched in the video how Lakshman Sastri warned the new teacher. Let me continue. After school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. Lakshman Sastri, the high priest of Rameswara temple, summoned the new teacher and warned him not to spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of the innocent children. Lakshman Sastri made the new and young teacher realize and reform about the strong sense of conviction. Please check the meanings here. Summoned means called for. Communal means public. And conviction means belief. Now let us practice the vocabulary given in the textbook at the end of the lesson. Dear students, we have come across so many new words in the lesson. Now we can check our knowledge. The words are given in form of set A and B. Under set A, there are 6 words. The first one is breakout, second one is in accordance with, third one is could not stomach, fourth one is generosity of spirit, fifth one is figures of authority, sixth one is helping hand. Under set B, A, an attitude of kindness or readiness to give freely. B, was not able to tolerate. C, begins suddenly in violent way. D, assistance. E, according to particular rule. F, person with power to make decisions. Now, key has been supplied. Just look at the key. The first one is C. Second one is E. Third one is B. Fourth one is A. Fifth one is F. Sixth one is T. Next, move to another question from the textbook. Children, we have earlier discussed how antonyms are formed by adding prefixes like an, in, im, ir. Now, try to fill them with proper prefix to get proper antonyms. You see, educate, acceptable, regular, tolerant, demanding, active, true, permanent, patriotic, dispute, accessible, coherent, logical, possible. Inadequate, unacceptable, irregular, intolerant, undemanding, inactive, untrue, impermanent, unpatriotic, undisputed, inaccessible, incoherent, illogical, illegal, irresponsible, impossible. Dear children, every word has different meanings. Here, some words are discussed. Erupt, which means belch, disgorge, eject, erect, expel, and jet. The different meanings for the word trace: imprint, track, trail, define, delineate, outline. Different meanings for the word surge means stream, gush, squid, pour, jet, erupt, eject, and issues. Different meanings for the word distinguish means differentiate, discern, discriminate, separate, difference, and understand. Causality. There are several meanings for the word causality. Means victim, fatality, prey, loss, and martyr. Now, shall we check our understanding or know your understanding? The present lesson is taken from Kalam's autobiography. Option 1, ignited minds. Option 2, wings of fire. Option 3, the luminous sparks. Option 4, Mission India. Think. Wonderful. It is wings of fire. Now, try another question. Identify the helpmate or helpmates of Kalam's father. Option 1, his uncle Samsidin, his mother Ashiamma. Here, you choose from one of the following. Only option 1 is correct. Only option 2 is correct. Both 1 and 2 correct. None is correct. Think well. Yes, exactly. You hit the right bird. It is his mother, Ashiamma. Well done. Now, next question is different from the above. Here, there is a statement. You read the statement and determine whether it is true or false. Let me read the statement first. Kalam's father possessed innate wisdom and true generosity of spirit. Whether the statement is true or false. Think. Yes, you're absolutely right. The statement is true. Another question. Here I have given in the form of matching. Here there are two sets. The first set is Second World War broke out in. Columns would trace out headlines of Second World War in dash. Father of Ramananda Sastri is. Marriage site of Sri Sitarama Kalyan in Rameswari is. In set B, Ramatirtha, Lakshmana Sastri, 1939, Dinamani. You see, the Second World War broke out in 39. Kalam would trace out headlines of Second World War in Dinamani. Father of Ramananda Sastri is Lakshmana Sastri. Marriage site of Sri Sitaram Kalyan in Rameshwari is Ramtirtha. Well done, children. Now Let's move to next segment, language outcomes. I expect you identify how Kalam's childhood had been in Ramesar town. Second one, you knew the persons who had influenced Kalam in his childhood days. Next, you identified proper prefixes for the words given at the end of the text. Hope you adopted some kindness, generosity, humanity, and communal harmony from the lesson My Childhood. Let me conclude this video by reading a beautiful quotation of Kalam. Dream is not that which you see while sleeping. It is something that doesn't let you sleep. Thank you. Thank you.